So we've got some live pictures. This is Xi Jinping, the Chinese leader in Macau. He has just arrived in Macau. Of course, Macau was a former Portuguese colony in southern China, neighbouring Hong Kong, a British colony. Macau returned to Chinese control a few years earlier than Hong Kong, but this is an opportunity for, well, Xi Jinping to send a few messages. Not only is he there to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Macau returning to Chinese rule, but he's also there perhaps to, I would suggest, remind the Hong Kong people of what's at stake if we continue to see protests on the streets of Hong Kong. And as I understand it from some of my friends in the territory, there have been very stiff security barriers put in place on the new highway that links Hong Kong and Macau to make sure that no elements were allowed to travel to Macau who may cause disruption during what again will be another set-piece Chinese event.
Just reading in The Guardian that she is expected to announce measures for Macau aimed at diversifying the economy away from being casino dominant towards a financial centre, in particular including a new UN denominated stock exchange, which is quite extraordinary to talk about messaging and that towards Hong Kong, which has been the financial centre.
No, absolutely. And the point of this is that there is a blueprint that the Chinese government has for this part of the world, and it is the Greater Bay Area, and they see southern China evolving as a technology hub for the rest of the country, and in so many ways it is further ahead on technological development and financing and infrastructure than other parts of the country. So it would make a great deal of sense to support that, which is why our very own Arjun Kapal is based in Guangzhou these days to report on technological developments, and increasingly you see Chinese tech companies there. And it makes a lot of sense in this context, as you say, to send a message to Hong Kong about, well, we can evolve the development of Macau as a rival source of capital to Hong Kong. So just remember, Hong Kong, what's at stake.
It's been an incredible journey, I think, in Macau. I mean, I went back many, many years ago. I went there, and it looked still like a Portuguese colony. That was before the huge build-out on the Cotai Strip.
To get down to Fernando's, it was always good for the chicken. I remember the chicken was particularly good. Fernando's.
Not much, but the casinos were just sort of
Portuguese.
small, in-the-wall kind of room scenarios, not huge, mega integrated resorts that you see these days.